Hey everyone, I'm Betty Russo and I am here with Andrew from Harvest and Ale in Oakland, New Jersey. Thanks for joining us, Andrew.
Thanks for having me, Betty.
I'm so excited. You've been chosen as the Oakland Chamber of Commerce Restaurant of the Month for July, so that's awesome. Congrats.
Thank you very much. We're very excited to have the honor.
I have a few questions for you. We want to make sure the community gets to really know who you are and some more about the restaurant. So what inspired you to open up Harvest and Ale in Oakland? Why farm to table and why Oakland?
I think farm to table is important, especially in a time like now where so much of what's happening in the world is being brought to our forefront with social media and things like that. So just looking at farming in general, bringing it back down to a personal level, one-on-one with a farmer. It's just an unmatched opportunity to have. To be able to offer the very best by people who truly care about what it is that they're doing in their own labor of passion, to bring it to our labor of passion, it's a beautiful thing.
So, and why Oakland?
Oakland's a great community. It's positioned perfectly here. We are in Upper Bergen County. It's a great dynamic. There's families, we're family friendly over here. It's just a nice mix of people. Fortunately for us, saturated with Italian food, so just not what we were looking to do, respectively.
Absolutely. This restaurant is so different from anything that's in the area, not even just Oakland. I feel like there's nothing else like it around, which is awesome.
Yeah, so we've been blessed here. Our staff's been amazing. We opened up during Corona, where staffing was an issue, and we got some of the brightest people from the area. So we've been truly blessed. I think they've helped us take customer experience to a different level.
That's awesome. You mentioned something earlier that you have been in the restaurant business. So is farm to table something new for you?
So it is, and we have other restaurants, and this one's different. I don't know if it's a meeting of, where me and my brother, who's my partner, where we are in our lives. Both of us have children, and we believe in making the best decisions for our family. So bringing that to the restaurant just seems like a natural progression in life. We do for our customers what we would do for our mother, our families, and I think that's important.
It's important, it really is. I love that. So how does the farm to table philosophy influence your menu?
So the bulk majority of our menu comes from somewhere local, within a 24-hour transit time, and we're truly farm to table. So Monday morning's a harvest, Tuesdays are shipment, and Wednesday this food's at the table. So it's pretty incredible. Things are harvested ripe, whereas traditionally in a grocery store they're harvested where they can ripen in transport. So you lose so much nutrients from the actual crop that way.
I never thought of it that way, that they actually ripen in transport, which makes so much sense.
100%.
So here you're getting the product that's been harvested, it's ripened, and it's delivered right to your doorstep.
Right to our
and
door.
It's locally sourced, which is awesome.
Organic, although possibly not certified organic by all means. These farmers, these creameries, these purveyors, they care about their livestock, they care about their soil. Seed selection is a very important thing. Just facility maintenance is a giant thing for these guys, and it's their passion. It's what they love to do.
Right, and this seems like it's your passion too.
It certainly is.
Mm-hmm.
It certainly is.
Awesome. So tell me something. We talked about this before also, but I want to share it with our listeners. The rewards that this brings to you personally. Tell me about that.
Setting parameters, doing it right. I mean, our wines are natural. Some are biodynamic, organic. So there's limited additives, preservatives, all these things added. When somebody grabs a glass of wine, they don't necessarily think about sulfates and additives, all these things that help flavor and fermentation. So our wines have none of that. So like, I think being able to put together a well-versed menu of the best of the best and be able to offer it at an affordable price, you know? There's this whim on farm to table that it's out of reach and it's overpriced, and that's just not the case. I mean, transportation costs a lot of money, so bringing things halfway across the country, or across the country in many cases, or you know, some restaurants use limes from China and out of the
Can't
country,
imagine.
you know, Venezuela. So not that they're not good limes, but
they're coming from so
think
far away,
about what
right?
it takes to get them to the table. It's
Right.
just so much wasted energy, and
Okay.
all that is cost. So having it local, having it delivered, being able to pick these things up, like, we save all of that,
Right.
and we save time, you know.
Time and money, and you are supporting local businesses,
Yes.
which is another bonus, right?
Yeah, 100%. These are all 1 to 10 guy or gal group operations, non-pesticide using. I mean, these farmers will throw out half their blueberries if they've been eaten, opposed to spraying them all to make sure that half don't get eaten. So these guys are taking it on the chin every day to make sure that we add longevity to our lives, and I think it's an amazing thing.
It's
you know?
amazing. It is amazing. I love that. And it's interesting that you brought up the wine, because I've eaten here before and I've had wine here before, and I just never thought of that. I go to a restaurant, I order a glass of wine.
Sure.
I don't think twice that it's just not coming out of, you know, the bottle that was like any other bottle of wine.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think the wine thing, like many things, because look, they're awarding wines, you know, best wine, best this, best that, but none of it's related to the ingredients or even the chemical makeup of that wine.
Right.
So once you look at that, all of those come off the table. I mean, there are plenty of organic wines in this country, not nearly as many as there are regular wines. You know, it's, again, picking a path that's right and just staying to it is really how we look at it.
Yeah.
And try to look at everything.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's get back to your menu. Tell me, what is your single most favorite menu option? So what's something that you would eat all the time if you can eat nothing else but that? What would it be?
So for me, it would be our chicken cassolette. So that's a cast iron skillet. We put free-range chicken in it, heirloom tomatoes, garlic scapes, which are actually the top of the piece of garlic, kind of like a green onion, and a host of other like really fresh ingredients. So for me, it's our restaurant in one dish. You know, it's a little bit of everything that we do in one dish.
Okay. I love the salmon on the plank.
Another
and
great
I
one,
love
barwood
the
salmon.
farro salad. I love the, what is it? It's an appetizer. It's cheese.
Goat cheese.
The
Our goat
goat
cheese.
cheese
Our
fritters.
goat cheese fritters.
Yes.
Yeah. So we take a local goat cheese. We coat it in regular walnuts and black walnuts that we ground up, and then we bake them instead of frying them, which nobody does to a fritter. Everybody really just fries them. So they take a little bit more time and they ooze a little bit because it's slowly in the oven, but it's a much better thing. And with
so
that,
good.
we make a house-made wild blueberry compote, which is just kind of like a blueberry jam.
Right.
A warm blueberry jam.
Right.
It's delicious.
It's amazing. I mean, I can vouch that when you come here to Harvest and Ale, the items that you see on the menu are not like anything that you see anywhere else, and the food is so good.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
so awesome. So tell me something else. Is there anything that I missed?
We do a host of craft cocktails. Again, the same efforts put into those cocktails. We're dehydrating our own fruits and garnishes. We spend hours every week juicing limes and lemons, which are all organic. We get in cutting pineapple, dehydrating pineapple, the whole nine. So again, we carry the same philosophy. Less is more, and you just do it with the best intent possible.
Okay, and your drink menu changes seasonally.
Yes.
Yes, that I know.
Yeah, so we change it at least 4 times a year.
Okay.
And typically there'll be an ingredient, you know, that we can rotate in on a 5th menu, you know. The harvest schedule's really broken up into more than 4 seasons, you know. So we'll pick and grab ingredients as what becomes available, and we'll sneak a new one on there.
That's
as
awesome.
well.
Yeah, I love that. So another thing, when you come here, you know, even if you just come here for a cocktail, the bar is beautiful. The drink menu is very unique and different also, which I love. I think the last thing I'm going to ask you is about your staff and customer service. I mean, I know that's really important to you. Talk to us a little bit about that. What is the overall feeling when your customers come here for a meal and they leave? What do you think they're feeling? And
the first thing I tell our staff is that we need to make people remember why they passed 200 restaurants on their way to our restaurant.
yes,
And that starts by making them feel comfortable, creating a friendly, lively, and fun environment for them, but safe as well. You know, people ultimately want to go out and be safe, and we do that here. You know, the community makes it easy. They really do. You know.
yeah, and you seem to set very high standards for your restaurant, and I'm sure you know that goes right down to your staff and who you're hiring and what you require, and you know I'm sure you bring amazing people to your staff.
Yeah, so
that follow the same philosophy that you do.
Absolutely. So Chef Maui handles all of our specials.
Chef Maui.
Cooks all of our desserts. Again, puts a lot of time, a lot of passion into what he does. And he paints a beautiful picture. You know?
He sure does. All right. Well, thank you so much, Andrew. This has been amazing. Again, Harvest and Ale is the Oakland Chamber of Commerce Restaurant of the Month. We absolutely love it here. The food is amazing. If you haven't been here yet, I highly recommend that you stop in right away. Say hello to Andrew. Let him know that we sent you. And how can people find you online?
Find us on Facebook. Find us on Instagram. And then you can always go to harvestandale.com and reach us that way.
Okay, awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Take care.
Thank you.